Most people don't stay poor because they were born in the wrong place. They stay poor because they repeat the same habits every single day. The truth is, your habits decide your income, your freedom, and your future. And right now, some of yours might be quietly draining your potential. Let's fix that. Because today I'm going to show you 7 habits that are keeping people poor, and the 7 rich habits that replace them. No fluff. No fake guru nonsense. Just the truth about what separates the struggling from the successful. Let's dive in. The first habit that keeps people poor is waiting for motivation. They wait to feel inspired before they take action. They say things like, "I'll start when I feel ready," but that moment rarely comes. And while they wait, the world moves on. Rich people don't wait for motivation. They act even when they don't feel like it. They know that action creates momentum. They've trained themselves to move first and let emotion catch up later. Discipline, not mood, drives their progress. The second habit that keeps people poor is spending to impress. Designer clothes, flashy gadgets, overpriced vacations. They buy things to prove something, to themselves or to others. But every dollar spent for status is a dollar that doesn't build wealth. Rich people don't seek validation. They spend to increase ownership, not image. They invest in assets, things that grow over time. They'd rather drive an old car and own a business than drive a Lamborghini and owe a bank. The third poor habit is constant consumption. People scroll for hours. They binge content. They consume other people's lives instead of creating their own. They confuse watching with working. But watching never made anyone rich. The rich are creators. They produce things, videos, businesses, books, solutions. They understand that wealth comes from building, not browsing. Every minute they spend creating multiplies their long-term results. They know that attention is a currency and they control where it flows. The fourth habit that keeps people poor is blaming circumstances. The government, economy, their parents. They believe the system is unfair, and maybe it is. Truth is, complaining doesn't change anything. It only keeps you stuck. Rich people focus on what they can control, their skills, their time, their focus. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They create leverage with what they have, and they expand from there. No excuses. Just action. The fifth habit that holds people back is living in reaction. Checking notifications every few minutes, jumping from one distraction to the next, letting other people dictate their schedule, their mood, their attention. This creates chaos and kills productivity. The wealthy live with intention. They plan their days. They know when to work, when to rest, when to learn. They don't chase dopamine, they build rhythm, and that rhythm compounds into results. The sixth habit that keeps people broke is chasing pleasure. It's always looking for comfort, fast food, easy entertainment. It's a path of least resistance, but comfort is a trap because growth only lives outside it. The rich delay gratification. They trade now for later. They study when others party. They save when others spend. They understand that temporary sacrifice creates permanent freedom, and they're willing to wait for the win. The seventh poor habit is thinking small, saying things like, "I just want to survive," or "I'm not like those people." They set tiny goals because they fear failure. They shrink their dreams to match their doubts. And in doing so, they build a small, limited life. The wealthy think in decades. They don't ask, "How do I make a quick buck?" They ask, "How do I build something that pays me forever?" They set big goals not because they're cocky, but because they understand leverage. They aren't afraid of thinking huge, because that's the only way to grow huge. Now here's the truth. None of these habits change overnight. But the moment you become aware of them, everything shifts. You stop playing on autopilot. You start designing your life with intention. This video wasn't made to entertain you. It was made to challenge you, to wake you up, to push you toward better habits, better thinking, and better outcomes. If you're serious about wealth, then replay this video. Watch it until every single line becomes a part of how you think. And if this hit you where it counts, subscribe. Because the journey doesn't end here. It starts now.